enjoy some gaming. Chill out and stop the flaming. When work's been tough, stressful and draining, enjoy some Baverhoid gaming. Whoa, oh, Baverhoid gaming.
Hello and welcome everybody for another video of C0LDs44 Gaming. I'm joined by C0LDs44.
Yes, hello again.
Hello again. We face off again. It was a while ago since we did a 1v1.
That's right. And you made a lot of ranks, so I want to know of which stone you are built now.
It's brittle stone. It's the pebbles. Yeah, but you know what's even like small stone, sand stacked in bags can stop bullets. So yeah,
Yes, that's right.
it's, keep the spirits up. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes this time. Would you be surprised if I went for the for the cutoff strategy?
A bit, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because it feels like it would be very ballsy to try to pull that off when facing you. But you know what? Say aim for the stars, land on the clouds or something.
Yes. Yeah, it can work if you do it good. If you're a good player, then it can be really good. It can work.
We're missing a detail. We need a good player.
You get better and better.
Yeah, it will come along sooner or later. But no, we'll see. I'm gonna do my very best this game. We'll see how it goes. I can't promise anyone watching. You can always fast forward when it's a video, so if any of you guys wanna see how this ends before it has ended.
On our honor, it will be ours. How can we help?
We now have assault grenadiers on the field.
I lagged a little bit from in there.
Pioneers here, capturing location. We have construction work to do.
There you are.
We have taken it. We have capture
Oh, couldn't see you.
That's perfect. Perfect for me.
Grenadier, we will take it for you. Enemy contact! Let's go get it. Common territory, no! We are leaving! Grenadiers! Forward! Los! Get going!
MG element. Pioneer squad. Assault grenadiers deployed.
They're engaged!
That's a hostile sector.
Forward! March! Jawohl! Go!
Yeah.
How can we... Time to go! Moving to hostile sector.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Was ist los? Moving to enemy department! That's shooting us to shit! We will secure it! Fucking moving! Kill those Soviet bastards! Enemy infantry has been contact! All stop until now! Quickly move! It's too late for medic! Yes, moving to enemy territory! Fall back, men.
You found something?
I was a bit lucky with the drops, I think.
Rely on it. We will capture location.
You were lucky or me? I was lucky.
Me. Didn't lost much people, but much health, but not much models.
Yes? Seizing territory.
A
Yeah,
machine
well-
and team is awaiting orders. Enemy forces are securing
You know,
our territory.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, that's right. That's the things you can't control. It's completely RNG.
Right, yeah.
Grenadiers.
MG element ready. Forward. Machine gun squad.
Pioneers reporting objective.
Grenadiers ready. We're going that way.
Pioneers ready for anything.
German territory. This could be an interesting trip.
You need fire support?
Can't take 2 steps without
We are ready for action. And it is ours.
Grenadiers to the rear. Nach schnell.
Ja?
Reinforcements.
Our headquarters has been improved. We can now build.
Well, that's
light
a fail.
mechanized-
Oh, that's a double fail.
Taking
No.
Our territory.
We are not staying here! They're coming from behind!
Secure the territory.
No!
HMG!
Close.
Fall back! We're being flanked!
Regroup.
To the rear.
How can we help? I think we can do that.
MG moving to attack. Machine gun squad. Tell that MG down, we're moving.
We are losing a sector. You need something. Rally
You
at our
guys,
base.
listen to me if you want to live. Do we have any pioneers? Sehr gut. It will be done.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines. The territory is out of contact.
We will take it for you.
Oh, it did start to build sandbags behind the poles now.
Yeah,
The
at
most
least
replays I saw, you didn't do it,
Capture. Grenadiers, it is time to go.
but now you're doing it.
it's a very newly added strategy.
Yes.
To an emergency medical
Yeah.
station.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's a thing you should always do with Oster, because you need exact the time to buy the sandbag to like cap the point from neutral to your. That's the exact same time, so you can always buy sandbags with the pioneers. With the other faction, like Brits or OKW, it costs you time then. It's then a decision.
yeah,
If you invest the time and then yeah, maybe cap less, but always have the sandbags, or fast capping and then without
Mechanized
building.
assault group awaits your order to deploy, Commander.
But with Austria you can always buy it. It's not a decision, it's something you should always do.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Advancing into hostile territory.
It will be secured.
It will belong to the right.
We'll capture it. Moving.
It will be ours.
Pioneers here.
Grenadiers. We are shooting attack. Die for your father.
Pioneer squad. Securing enemy sector. On our order, it will be ours.
Relocating. Secure the territory. Jesus is Alexander.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
Vorwärts.
We must retreat.
Grenadiers. On the move. Fucking Rus bastard.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Like this. Move.
The sector has been cut off. Pioneers ready for anything.
Grenadiers ready. Russians are attacking. Inside. Moving to enemy.
On the move.
Move out. How can we help? We have our reinforcements.
Moving.
Stop
We will take it. Pioneers.
Seizing territory.
Advancing on enemy territory.
Taking position in enemy territory.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Move out, pioneers.
Advancing closer, capturing hostile.
Yeah, we're moving now.
Seizing.
Yes.
On the flamethrower ahead. We must move. We can die.
Taking hostile sector.
Head down and go!
Grenadiers retreat.
Yeah? Tell that MG down.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Get moving, squad. Forward.
Standing by.
Yes.
We are losing a sector.
Ja.
Jawohl. Squad, halt.
A peg gun is ready for orders.
On the move.
Moving to capture. Grenadier squad at full strength.
Up, the enemy has broken our supply lines.
Advancing.
Time to move out of here.
Grenadiers, it is time to go. Grenadiers reporting
MG squad on the move.
Move your feet, pioneers.
Okay, time to go.
Enemy troops attacking.
Yes.
Grenadiers, we have it. Leaving hostile territory.
On something. Securing. Secure.
They're firing on us! Move to the rear!
He's dead.
Taking losses! We will take it for you!
We can't stay here!
Ready.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
HMG moving. On patrol. MG forward.
Ah, not paying attention there.
Yeah,
We have casualties.
Jawohl!
We've been
yeah, I'm not paying attention.
Ja. Panzerschicks have been ordered. Squad moving up.
MG element right. We can take it.
Ready.
Ready. Hunting behind the lines.
Get moving, squad.
So I guess you were building the last or the T4 building.
Moving.
If I did, or
Enemy is attempting to
Yeah, I
steal
think
our
you
sector.
didn't pay attention because you built the building.
no, it was the the right flank. I was actually trying to set up the machine gun
Ah,
to
okay.
intercept you, but then you came from another angle as well. So I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna run away with my machine gun, not get it snared there, and just
Ah, okay.
that was my what I did there,
Grenadiers,
what
we
I
are
tried to do.
Let's go get it.
They're moving to the front.
MG element securing territory.
Manufacturing capability has been increased.
Much anti-tank. Now you have already a pack gun. And now Panzerschrecks.
Sturmgeschütz version E
Why
is
so
ready
much?
to deploy.
I don't have any tank.
Because I'm paranoid. Maybe I shouldn't be paranoid against you, because I know you're like pushing it a bit late with the anti-tank gun, at least in my opinion. But I
You
mean,
can always just hard retreat everything when the tank arrives. It's always that's what you do then. Okay, you give up the card then, the map, but you, what if I don't get any tank the whole game? Just getting straight for rocket RG and support gun spam. Then you need rocket RT and more. You need fuel for this.
yeah, it
And yeah, you have to grab territory, and you can't grab territory with anti-tank.
would not be optimal.
Stück E, very good against buildings. Better than Brumbear against building.
Well, I didn't think it would go that well with that. I was
Yeah, Stück E is against buildings very strong.
gotta say I enjoyed though. I need everything I can get, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
The enemy is taking our territory. Turret has been installed.
Oh, my whole squad.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
No, it wasn't the whole squad. I'm sorry.
Territory is
3 men.
out of contact.
Waiting orders. Assault gun firing. We push back support here. Get this stuff moving. Ready, back in peace. Driver, put the smoke on contact. Engine damage.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Sturmgeschütz on the move. Set up. Fire.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Veterans, see it seized.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Grenadier, it will be ours. Moving to
We are not staying here. He's standing by.
Look here. We are losing a sector.
Sturmgeschütz displacing. Get this stuff moving. Watch out!
We have lost a panzer.
It's bad.
Laying down a base of fire.
We are moving to the other guy's territory.
Bad for me, good for you.
Yes.
I am sad.
We now have assault grenadiers on the field.
We are under attack.
Get going. Ready. AT gun rolling.
Killing us all.
Yeah, the first medium tank really changes the game much. You always
Enemy
want
is gaining a foothold.
the first medium tank.
Our
Most of
opponents
it.
are seizing a sector.
Grenadiers,
It's very important.
Moving.
But yeah, you invested
you need something
in a Stück E.
secure that sector.
No
And I
turret,
lost.
not much, yeah, not much anti-infantry.
Gun squad. There's that MG down. We're moving.
I invested and I lost my investment.
Yes,
Very not nice.
always try to push
Light
for the
artillery
medium
awaits your
tank.
orders.
Most of the time it's also your first anti-tank. Or anti-tankish unit.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Standing by. HMT. Seek and destroy. Combat patrol. Aussuch.
Breaking contact. Moving to enemy-controlled region.
Pack loaded for Panzerhunt. Move out. And be ready. The enemy shall not keep them.
Let's take that new orphan roll over to the enemy.
Ready. Advancing on enemy territory. Liberating hostile territory.
On the move.
They're under fire. Soviets! Location. We did a good job. We deserve. Pioneers
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Pulling out, men. No top shot for us today.
He's dead! Into enemy territory!
On patrol.
We did not invest much moon. Did you? Okay, Panzerschrecks 100. But honestly, 2 Teller mines would have been much more efficient, I think.
Capturing enemy sector!
Might have been.
2 Teller mines for 100 moon.
Moving.
Yeah.
Stop. Ready for orders?
Yes?
Moving to attack.
Ready! Stoppen!
Then you don't need so much anti-tank on your infantry too.
Standing.
Your panzer grants would been much deadlier for infantry without.
Redouble your efforts. We are down to 200 points.
The 2 Teller mines are bonus. You have them
Jawohl!
additionally.
Seeking
With the Panzer Grenadiers you make a choice, and then you get a bit worse on one hand.
target seeking!
You invest moon, and it's not just a win, it's a win and a lose. With 2 Teller mines, it's just more. You understand?
I understand, but I'm very focused. I'm sorry. It's just. Fuck, didn't I get it? No! No!
Too much cover.
Fucking hell, bro! Why are you doing this to me?
Panzerschrecks. Good if your enemy has like anti-infantry, anti-tank tanks. Ne?
Tiger tanks are now available to you,
This,
Commander.
yeah, I don't know the name. Hunter tanks.
Tank hunters? Anti-tank
Tank
tank?
hunters. Yeah, tank hunters. Then Panzerschrecks are very good because tank hunters are, yeah, it's, the Russian version, especially very slow. And it cannot turn the turret or something. So if you get them from the side, it's very strong.
We have lost an MG team.
No. What? How didn't your tank die there? What is going on?
I think one missed, but hits the ground around it, and then you get less damage. But honestly,
the
it was
fuck?
unlucky.
What
That
the
was really
fuck?
unlucky, honestly.
I'm blaming this on luck if I lose now.
Yeah, you didn't have much luck this game, honestly.
I had a bit of unluck or whatever.
That's
I
true.
feel like, but
The enemy is
But yeah,
attempting
don't
to
invest
steal
so
our
much in
sector.
anti-tank.
yeah, I did invest too much in anti-tank. I think I did.
Against good players, you need everything of your manpower. Yeah? I didn't even play it aggressively. Like I have spared 900 manpower by now. I could all invest it in elite infantry or more normal infantry. Then I would have kept the whole map. Yeah, and it's not aggressive enough if you don't invest in much. Yeah, in the first 50 minutes, you nearly invest everything in anti-infantry, in controlling the enemy's infantry.
Right.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can invest some moon into anti-tank. Like the enemy gets a T-70 and you take it out with a Teller mine. That would be so good because
Enemy forces
you don't
are
need
securing
then
our territory.
to invest more in anti-tank and can invest more in even more infantry because you know the next tank you will get is delayed and
Territory!
Yeah. He lost manpower then by getting the tank and not more infantry or MGs. That's the nicest thing you can that can happen to you in an early game. To take out the enemy light vehicle with a telemine. It gives you so much. And then you don't have to make those investments into Panzerschrecks, into packs. It could all be grenadiers or MGs, you know. You would have had much more, and then you would have had the tanks earlier. Now you see what the medium tanks are doing to you. Huh? I have much map control, so I can always get my air support. It's just not aggressive enough. You have to play aggressive to protect yourself.
We have lost a pack gun.
Right. Yeah, this looks a bit tricky. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, now you are losing all your anti-tank and I have critical tank mass. So from this point there is no chance of getting back.
What are you shooting in my base? Ah!
Was ist los? Double tank!
We are losing a sector.
What do you need?
Moving to new firing position.
Yeah,
Desert MG down, we're moving.
Moving to the front lines. Moving to hostile sector.
Get
Ready.
moving, squad.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
standing back. Move out in combat formation.
Men, we are on patrol.
Desert MG down, we're moving.
Yeah, we're moving now!
Shooting at my crew!
Destroy Mr. Panzerfaust! Position in enemy territory!
Los!
We have 100 points remaining.
Standing back. Moving.
They're on the move! Keep target seeking!
Taking enemy fire!
We're ready.
Moving good!
We're leaving!
Retreat! Retreat! They're coming from
We
behind!
must stiffen our resolve. We are down to 75 points.
Fuck.
Sweeping the area! Sicher the Baltic bastard! Move forward into that end. We will seize it. On our way.
Yes? Pull the trigger!
Tank crew promoted!
Yeah?
We are ready! We are leaving! Finding a new firing!
The situation is becoming critical. We have only 50 points remaining.
Tank moving! They are under attack!
Panzer Grenadiers. Securing location. Standing ready. Enemy Panzer over there!
We have a new Panzer IV. Panzer IV ready. Redeploying Panzer IV.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, you have no chance to getting out of base.
25 points remaining.
That's just too much resources for me that you can drain in the time.
I fear we are losing. With 10 points remaining. The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
Yeah, GG.
Enemy forces are securing our territory. Foes
But
are
you know
beyond
what?
our lines. Head
What?
forward.
Record, I think, in holding out.
Yes, very good.
But nice
Uh,
game. Good play.
yeah, you're getting better. That I can feel. But yeah, it's yeah, like, you're playing the safe way, you know, like being prepared, having the anti-tank when potentially the enemy could have it. It's like a very safe way to play. And it serves you good against the enemies you're playing against. It's okay. But yeah, the higher the ranks will get, the more risk you have to take, because you will. The safe way isn't the safe way anymore then, because you will lose even when you play the safe game against a much experienced, much better opponent. So when you
Yeah,
get top 200 in the future, maybe next week or next month, um,
playing
yeah,
wild way.
you will play against players that will take much risk then, like not getting anti-tank and even spam more. That's yeah, they will invest more into the attack, into aggressiveness to gain more.
Right.
Early on, they will make more pressure from early on, so it's always a huge risk. There's always a huge risk to lose against them, no
Right.
matter what you play. There's always much potential to lose, so don't be afraid of taking risks for yourself.
Right.
Like the more risks you take and experience, the more experience you will get, and then it's not that much risk anymore. It's calculated risks then.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of playing harsh, playing aggressive, maybe disrespecting the enemy a bit by saying, okay, you're getting a vehicle, but like a flak half track or something, but I still do not get anti-tank because I think I can hold against even without it. Yes, something like this, and then get a feeling when do I have to counter it? When can I ignore it, or just buying time with snares and then do my normal stuff? Try to play more of this risk stuff, and then you will even get more map, early tanks, and more rush. Always try to snowball and to rush the enemy. It's really a rushing game, like in many strategy games where it's 50% fight or 50% economy or something. It's like Age of Empires or something where you have huge economies too. They are in these games you always most of the time play very safe or same and safe strategies, and sometimes there are rush strategies where try to rush the enemy by a special time or something, because you can do it there. In Company of Heroes, it's always rush. It's never or most of the time 80% maybe rush, and just a few games where you have potential to play safe or doing much strategy. It's more a tactical game, and always try to go for this rush. Like attack is the best defense in this game. There
Right.
is no defense you can't break in this game. If you
Mm.
can see what the enemy has, and you have the right tools, you can always yeah attack and take it out. You just need the time and the tools. And it is like you build your thing, the enemy build his things, and then it's a time game. He tries to deflect your defenses, and you try in the same time to deflect his, and then it's the one who's faster in this will gain more territory and then get this rush. And even it's the most important thing in the first 15 minutes in the early and the mid game, to get this fast medium tank, because he will do much much killing, and then it will drain the manpower on the high ranks so much that it can be for the enemy that he has to stop every advance and going back in a defense position where he has to hold out with packs with support weapons.
Right.
Then the only thing you can do then always when you see you are behind, the enemy is more on the rush. You had a better game. He maybe had more RNG or something. The only thing you can do from this point is getting support weapons. Like they can do much damage without or much defensive work without a high price. Like you can counter with one machine gun an army of potentially an army of 1,000 manpower. No? And you are already in a snowball, and then that's your only chance to play defensively when you lose this rush and getting doing this back tacking and getting the support weapons. But before that, always try to be the one who's faster, who's on the rush, and who's forcing the enemy to this. And then you will see when the enemy will get double packs, double MG, more mortars in this phase, and hadn't a tank out, could potentially have a tank now, but isn't doing this. Then you know you won this rush in this first half of the game, and
Right.
then you are the one leading this game. Then you are the one deciding if you will win or lose. The other is just holding out from this point. Always try to go for this.
Because I when you said that initially, when you were like, oh, you have a lot of anti-tank now,
Yes.
maybe unnecessary. I was like, at first I was like, maybe not, and then I was like, yeah, I did.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like a few minutes after that, I was like, yeah, my pack is just standing there. It's no vehicles to shoot at, and my Panzer Grenadiers was like kind of nerfed because it had the Panzerschreck, so it did less damage to infantry when it was mostly infantry I fought. So it's like, so it was a bad investment at that part of the game.
That's a little bit too afraid.
Set me
You are
back.
going.
Yeah, a
you're
bit too.
going
Yeah.
into you're going into this defensive position then, which I told about for before a minute, where you get much support weapons and don't go for the fast tank, and you're going for it without the need to going for it, and you immediately give the favor to the enemy's hand then.
Right.
When you get this pack too fast.
Yeah.
Always have this in mind. The best thing is to try to get rid of enemy vehicles with munition abilities like mines. You have them additionally to your army. If you lay mines, maybe you don't have then a fast MG on your grenadiers or something. That's a little bit delayed then, okay. But you have anti-tank on the field then with just snares and mines, and most of the time it's enough for this. It's not enough when the enemy has his first medium tank. Then it will not be enough. Then you have to go for the pack on the long run. But before that, mines and snares are most of the time enough. With Soviets, it's even a bit easier, honestly, because in commanders like Guard Modor, you have guards with PTRS, and that's a nice combination unit. They can do both. They are with the light machine guns. They are good against infantry. They can hold out against infantry, trade well against them. But you all have additionally light anti-tank weapons to counter a 222 or an OKW flak half track or something. That's very good combination unit then. You investing more into the anti-infantry and the anti-tank with one unit. It's very nice unit for 1v1, honestly, for this reason. Always try to soft counter the enemy's vehicles, and then just get the hard counter like Panzerschrecks or packs when they get their mediums. Everything under a medium tank can be soft countered.
Right.
The same with MGs. If the enemy has one, you maybe can soft counter it by flanking. When he gets 2 or 3, okay, then you need the hard counter. Then maybe the game will get more frozen in, freezed in, and then you get mortars or something. But if the enemy has one MG, you don't have to get the mortar. You can maybe soft counter it. Always have this in mind. Where's the point where I have to get other tools?
Right.
And against no tanks, you don't need a pack.
Yeah. Yeah. True. I think I did what you're what I because I know you told me this before, like skipping
Yes.
the mechanized, going for the Panzer IV early.
Yes.
You told me about this before. I believe I did this in my last game, if I remember correctly. I just skipped mechanized, went for a Panzer IV. In between there, I did get a what's it called, Panzer Grenadier with Panzer Shreks because he had like this half track.
Yeah.
But and then later I did not build any more tanks. I think I just skipped to the last building and built a Panther.
Yes.
So, but that game was a very hard fought win, but I won, which it was a very close win. but,
Yeah.
but it was very interesting. It was a hard game, and holy shit, yeah. So
Yeah. I think if you won this game, you're probably the better player, but you gave up the initiative with this wrong decides up too often, and then you have to re-fight your initiative. You have to take it back, and that's feels then very hard because the enemy maybe is from his belt order, from his army in a better position, in an advantage, but you are the better player from your personal skill, and then that's you can see this in the games. You are getting with a wrong macro decision, you get back. The enemy then for this moment fights you back, fights better than you, and then you're slowly getting back again, fighting everything back, and then you can really see you're the better player. You have the better micro, the better combinations, hotkeys, and everything. Um, but yeah, you're giving up the initiative too often to them without needing it. But if you are the better player, you will always win in the end in this game, no matter what you play. And yeah, if the decisions are not too bad.
yeah, I
Always
need
have this in mind. Don't give up the initiative. You want to control the game. You want to control your enemy.
yeah. Next one we won in
Yeah.
the ranked. I'm gonna try to do as you say, soft counter more and try to
Yes.
save save the anti tank for later, so to speak.
Yes.
Not build it too early. Just wait
and
for.
and try to be more um like try to lay more mines, to have more alternatives, more things on the field that yeah and counter your unit. That's where you can profit. No?
Yeah.
Mines are additionally fighting force, additionally damage you can do to the enemy without having or without getting something nerfed, or like the Panzer Grenadiers. You nerf them in their anti-infantry when you gave them Panzer Shreks.
Yeah.
But a mine is additionally. So always try to make decisions where you have more at the end, because more is more. You need, and the more you have, you better you control the enemy. So always try something like this. So better enemy control, later anti-tank, more soft counter, more mines. Because mines in the early and the end game are always good. Try to for your maybe if you want to try a new strategy, because the mechanized, the T2, you only build it with Austria when you want to get a 222. Then it's good. 222, very good vehicle. The enemy has a problem then because you have a vehicle and he has to soft counter it because if he gets a pack, he will give up the initiative. No, 222, very good with Austere. You can try it. But if you don't want to play 222, which I most of the time honestly don't do too, I want a big infantry army. Most of the time, it's more my playstyle to get 4 grenadiers and then 2 MGs. And I would recommend to you for now to get 4 grenadiers, 2 MGs. Try to play this commander. I have here.
Ostrupen.
Yeah, and then you have this support weapon team
Supply
drop.
drop. Yeah.
Yes, then you don't have to buy this building because you don't get the 222. And if you need the pack later, you just drop one and you have an additionally MG. That would be your second MG then. So you go MG, 4 grants, and if you have manpower, you get mortars or even more grants. Something that gives you more fighting force or a P-Gran, maybe the artillery or officer if you want to try it, more infantry or mortars, because mortars are very good in the end game. You had a few end games in your last games I saw, and every time when I saw them, I thought a mortar would do much work because yeah, oftentimes there was a tank or MG that if you would have smoked it would give you much favor. So go for one early mortar after you have your army. Now you have a wish list in your head that you want to be on the field. So on this wish list, you start with your pioneer, and then you want 2 MGs, 4 grenadiers, then a mortar, and then tanks as fast as you can. You even
Right.
get fuel. I think 30 fuel if you do this supply drop. So
Right. Yeah.
it
Someone
gives
mentioned.
you even more rush. And then you have to know the prices from the buildings, the fuel prices, like the building where you can get grenadiers and mortars and snipers costs 10 fuel. The mechanized cost 40 fuel. The upgrade, the first escalation 1 cost 30 fuel. That's all things, yeah, you just have to know. The tank building, the T4 for the Panzer IV. The escalation costs 120 fuel, the building 0, and the Panzer IV costs again 120 fuel. So when you see in the mid game, maybe minute 9 or something, you're playing, you're spamming your infantry, have your MG, getting the mortar, and then maybe it should be minute 9. Then you do the supply drop, and then at this time, if you have a good early game, a good mid game, you maybe have 200 fuel. And then you have to know, okay, I do the escalation, then I have maybe 80 fuel. No? And then when I do the drop and they have 30 fuel in, then I have 80 plus 30 fuel, that would be 110. Then I just need 10 fuel for the Panzer IV, so I have to buy the building now because I want them fast. And then you retreat immediately your pioneer when you have these prices and you see I have enough fuel now. You retreat him, get the escalation 2 as fast as you can, and buy the building and get the Panzer IV. And maybe he's out then minute 13 or minute 14. And that would be really good. It would be because this window where he's on the field then where he can do damage is then much wider, and then you gain much initiative because the enemy, if he's not so close on his first medium tank, he has to go for a pack because
Right.
your P4 will kill so much infantry in this time that he would get a much smaller army. And when you have an army around 50, a 50-ish board, it's really hard to get to 100 when your enemy has a larger army like 60 or 70. He will always trade so well that you will invest your whole manpower into reinforcing your units, and you will just getting from this point. The army is so big that you don't get much manpower, but it's also not to 100. You have to really spare your resources from them to get a bigger army. It's really hard at this point. And if the enemy plays aggressive and well and has an initiative, you never get to 100.
Right.
It's even a huge problem for me when I play against my enemies on this level. Most of the games when I lose because I can't get an army to 100 because I drain too much manpower because he has the early tank or something. No?
Right.
So yeah, always try to snowball the enemy
Mm.
before you get snowballed by yourself.
Mm, mm. Right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that one. As soon as the next time I lose, I'm gonna I'm
Yeah,
gonna
try
try.
it. I would
Then
recommend it to you.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put it in this.
Yes.
Then I'm also gonna put. Just gonna put it there. You know, the one with the perspectives that you.
Yes. Nice.
Because it's a nice one. But I don't remember. Maybe it was. Was
German
it was?
mechanized.
Yeah. Was it this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There are only two commanders with perspectives. The one is the elephant and the other one is this
Mm.
one.
I like these ones. The mechanized and the mechanized.
This yeah. This is a bit other. This Osttroppen commander is more of a rush because of the drop. No, you have the weapons faster, the your second MG and the pack, because the drop is cheaper than getting the MG and the pack separately, and you don't have to bite the building. So it's even more of a rush with this commander. And mechanized is a bit more defensively and stalling into endgame, because in endgame with this perspective you have a really huge advantage. So the first one with the Ostropen is a bit more aggressive, and the other one is a bit defensiver. But
Yeah.
you always try to play aggressive, no matter what commander you have. It just will cost you then more of a time. When you think, okay, the enemy is not so strong, I don't need so much rush, but maybe he's a good endgame player, you maybe play mechanized, because you don't need to make so much pressure then, because you know I will get easy into endgame and I want an easy endgame. Because after the endgame there is nothing. If you're in the end game and your enemy is a better end game player, he will win, because you can't turn the game in another phase. When you're in the end game, there is no other phase than the end game. Yeah,
Uh,
that's the
the
most
final.
important phase, if you see so.
Yeah.
But if you want to play very aggressive, maybe the enemy is better. You know he will beat me in the end game anyway. Then you play aggressive and try to make pressure. Try to get him in this feeling that he never enters it.
Right. Right. Yeah. Put pressure.
Yes, you need to more pressure then, and this is very aggressive shit that you can do with this commander. Like really, the MG34, very good MG to controlling a large area. So as I said in the games we made before, you just place them very far away from both of your bases, maybe on the outer fuel points or something there, where he has to do a huge attack to flank it, and then is wasting much time when he arrives at the MG. And you just retreat them, then gave up immediately, and then kept the other side in the time. And they are not so yeah, so hurt by mortar fire on these outer posts, on this rims of the maps.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
the MG42 is perfect for this. You just place it there on the fuel or on a place where you know they will go there to go to the fuel, and they will catch them off guard. Maybe if there's a territory point with a pole, then they have a bit of a sight there when they go there, because there's always you can see enemies when they're going near this flag. Very good places for MGs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. I will. I will most certainly try it sooner or later. The Ostrupen
Yeah.
and try
I
see
hope
if
it was not. I hope it was not too much, but yeah, that's how you play Ostia.
No, it's nice. I always like receiving tips and tricks.
Yes.
And yeah, I think it was nice. But I think we should end the video there.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's a lot of useful information. I'm gonna make sure to write that in the notes or whatever it's called, the description of the video.
I will not get tired to tell you this on and on.
Yeah, it's good. And also a little repeating is never
Yes.
bad. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will end it there. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Overhood Gaming. Sit down, enjoy some gaming. Chill out and stop the flaming. When work's been tough, stressful and draining, enjoy some Overhood Gaming. Whoa.